Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The error code B0070-12 pertains to a detected issue with the driver's seatbelt tensioner in the Honda Odyssey models from 2011 to 2017. Specifically, this DTC indicates a short-to-power condition within the seatbelt tensioner circuit. The tensioner plays a critical role in the vehicle's Safety Restraint System, SRS, designed to retract the seatbelt during a crash for optimal occupant protection. The tensioner is located in the driver's side area, usually found within the lower B-pillar trim. It's essential to ensure that all components associated with the SRS are intact and functioning correctly, especially if the vehicle has been involved in a collision. Diagnostic testing, using specialized tools such as the SRS Inflator Simulator and SRS Simulator Lead K, is required for accurate troubleshooting and verification of issues within this system. The DTC B0070-12 points to a short-to-power condition in the driver's seatbelt tensioner, an essential safety component in the Honda Odyssey. This tensioner is responsible for retracting the seatbelt during a crash, thus reducing occupant movement and increasing safety. Found within the left B-pillar lower trim, it is crucial for the SRS's functionality. The SRS, or Safety Restraint System, encompasses various components working cohesively to ensure passenger safety in the event of a collision. If this part fails or malfunctions due to a short circuit, the safety system may not operate as intended, which can significantly increase the risk of injury during an accident. Hence, identifying the root cause of this error is vital. Several factors can lead to the B0070 diagnostic trouble code. A common cause could be a faulty seatbelt tensioner itself. Internal failures or wear over time can result in compromised performance. Additionally, wiring defects are another potential cause, such as frayed, shorted, or corroded wires that may create unintended circuits, causing a short-to-power situation. Problems with the SRS unit, including outdated software versions, could also contribute to erroneous fault indications. It's crucial to run comprehensive checks on these components during the diagnostic process to ensure that each is functioning optimally. Understanding these causes helps in dictating the focus areas during troubleshooting to resolve the identified error efficiently. When facing the B0070-12 error, several symptoms may manifest. Primarily, the SRS warning light will illuminate, alerting the driver to a problem with the safety system, which should never be ignored. You might also notice that the seatbelt tensioner does not operate correctly, failing to retract or locking up fluidly as it should. This malfunction could hinder effective protection during an accident. Additionally, if the system exhibits intermittent failures, the DTC may not always be present, which complicates the diagnosis. It is essential to document these symptoms meticulously, as they provide key insights into the underlying issues, prompting further investigation and resolution. The first step in the troubleshooting process for DTC B0070-12 involves clearing the Diagnostic Trouble Codes DTCs using the HDS, or Honda Diagnostic System. This initial action is vital as it resets the system and removes any stored error codes from the engine control unit. Clearing the DTCs allows for a fresh start to assess if the issue is persistent or intermittent. After clearing, it serves as a clean slate to monitor any subsequent DTCs that arise and helps ensure accurate diagnostic feedback. Remember, this procedure should be followed by a thorough check for any present DTCs, ensuring a complete understanding of the vehicle's current status. In this step, you will need to turn the ignition switch to on or press the engine start-stop button to engage the on mode. Ensuring that the ignition is set to this mode for at least 10 seconds is crucial, as it allows the vehicle's onboard systems to initialize properly. During this time, the SRS and other crucial vehicle systems will check for faults and prepare the vehicle for diagnostics. After waiting the recommended time, proceed to check for any DTCs using the HDS again. This check will determine if the B0070-12 code has reappeared, indicating a persistent issue that must be addressed. In this critical step, a check for DTCs using the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, follows the previous wait period. It's essential to ascertain whether the B0070-12 code is still present. If the code is indicated, it confirms a persistent issue potentially requiring further investigation. Alternatively, if the DTC does not appear, this may signify an intermittent failure, indicating the system could currently be operating normally. In such cases, document the results and proceed to intermittent failure diagnostics as required. If another DTC appears, focus should shift to troubleshooting that specific code. This process emphasizes the importance of understanding vehicle diagnostics and responding appropriately based on results. For this step, it's crucial to turn the ignition switch to lock or select the off mode on the engine start-stop button. This action ensures that all electrical power to the vehicle is cut off, safeguarding both the technician and the vehicle's systems during subsequent steps. Powering down the system minimizes the risk of electrical shorts or inadvertent damage as you proceed to the next steps in the troubleshooting process. It's a critical safety measure that must not be overlooked during the diagnostic and repair efforts. Proper safety protocols are essential when working on the SRS systems due to their sensitive nature. This step involves disconnecting the negative cable from the battery, an important safety measure before attempting to work on any SRS components. Once the cable is disconnected, it is also crucial to wait for at least 3 minutes. This period allows any residual electrical current to dissipate from the SRS system, minimizing the risk of accidental deployment of airbags or any associated components. Working on the SRS system necessitates caution and adherence to safety guidelines to ensure both technician and vehicle integrity. After the wait, you will be ready to proceed with accessing the components necessary for diagnosing the B0070-12 error effectively. In this step, you will need to carefully remove the left side B-pillar lower trim. This action is needed to access the critical components associated with the driver's seatbelt tensioner, which is situated within the B-pillar assembly. Using the proper tools and techniques, detach the trim without causing damage to the fasteners or surrounding areas. This is a delicate procedure, as improper handling could lead to further complications during reassembly. Once the trim is removed, you will have clear access to the driver's seatbelt tensioner connector and other associated wiring, allowing you to proceed with the diagnostics specific to the B0070-12 trouble code. At this point, it's necessary to disconnect the driver's seatbelt tensioner 4P connector, located on the left side wire harness. This action is vital in isolating the tensioner from the system, allowing you to test its functionality without interference from other components. Inspect the condition of the wiring connected to the tensioner. Look for any signs of damage, such as fraying or corrosion. Ensuring that the connector and wires are in good condition is crucial, as damaged wiring may contribute to the short-to-power error. Once disconnected and inspected, you will be ready for the next steps that involve utilizing diagnostic tools for thorough testing. In this crucial step, you will connect the terminals of the SRS Simulator Lead K to the SRS Inflator Simulator, which consists of 2-ohm connectors. This simulation tool is designed to mimic the behavior of the seat belt tensioner and facilitates accurate testing of the SRS system. After establishing this connection, plug the simulator lead K into the driver's seatbelt tensioner 4P connector on the left side wire harness. This step enables you to evaluate if the system A detects a proper tension signal and B reacts accordingly without the actual tensioner being present. Proper use of the simulator helps in ensuring that all other components in the circuit are functioning correctly, allowing for targeted troubleshooting. After completing the simulation connection, the next step is to reconnect the negative cable to the battery. This action restores power to the vehicle's electrical system, re-enabling all functionalities, including the SRS. It's critical to ensure that the connection is secure, as any disruption could lead to further diagnostic complications. Once the cable is connected, ensure that the environment is safe before proceeding to the next task of clearing DTCs. Re-establishing power is important for the operational integrity of all vehicle systems, especially important safety components like the SRS. In the final troubleshooting step, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear the DTCs once again. This final clearance confirms that all temporary connections are functioning properly and that no new issues have arisen since the last check. By doing this, you can ascertain whether the B0070-12 DTC still persists after simulating the tensioner. If the DTC is cleared, it may indicate that the driver's seatbelt tensioner had a temporary fault. However, if the code returns, it suggests that there's still an underlying issue that needs further investigation. This step is vital to ensuring the resolution of the fault and maintaining vehicle safety. Upon completing all troubleshooting steps, it's imperative to conduct a final verification of repairs related to the B0070-12. This involves checking the functionality of the driver's seatbelt tensioner to ensure that it now performs its role without faults. A successful test of the SRS functionality indicates that the issue has been properly addressed. This verification step ensures that the repair was effective and that all safety systems are operational, thus guaranteeing passenger safety in the event of a collision. If any symptoms persist, further diagnostics may be necessary to pinpoint unresolved issues or other potential faults in the system. Preventive maintenance for the vehicle's SRS system is essential to ensure ongoing safety and functionality. Regular inspections of all components, including the seatbelt tensioner and associated wiring, can help prevent issues before they manifest as DTCs. Additionally, it's crucial to check the SRS unit software version periodically, ensuring that it's up to date. Outdated software may lead to incorrect fault indications or operational failures. Establishing a routine maintenance schedule can help in fostering proper vehicle operation, thereby enhancing passenger safety and maintaining the integrity of the safety system. Adopting these preventive measures is a proactive approach to vehicle maintenance. In conclusion, understanding the implications of the B0070-12 error code is critical for maintaining vehicle safety and functionality. Following a structured troubleshooting approach ensures each component is analyzed appropriately, allowing for effective identification and resolution of issues. Failed components, such as the seatbelt tensioner, can significantly affect the overall safety of the vehicle, making timely and accurate diagnosis essential. Prioritize regular safety inspections and software updates as vital parts of vehicle maintenance to enhance the longevity and reliability of the SRS and seatbelt systems. Ensuring these best practices not only aids in resolutions, but also fosters a culture of safety and diligence within vehicle operation. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time!